Over there, please.
Greetings everyone, hello and welcome back once more, to Madame Kahina. What are we doing here really? We're purchasing stuff. The Alameri, my royal galleon with the white flag on board, is spending some money that we have. I mean, my income is rather nice at the moment with 100,000, 107,000 actually on the balance and 22,000 people. We can afford to purchase a few things. And I would like to do this. We're purchasing artifacts right now for a museum. Now, I'm usually going for, I'm usually trying to get the rare artifacts in because we want to boost the attractiveness here. And why do you say is that necessary? Well, actually it is necessary because of course we want to have a few more tourists in, because tourists gives me specialists, and specialists we can use for boosting my industry in a meaningful way. By the way, also there is a penny farthings that we picked up from one of the opponents. The thing is that we have lots of penny farthings in stock already, so I might also try and sell them because this gives me a bit more money that we can use for probably some takeovers then at some point. I can't wait for that. Let's actually purchase items here. Unfortunately, rare museum items are rare as the name would suggest, so I need to wait there a bit in this harbor area. Of course, Isabel Samento in the meantime also has museum items from time to time, and she might also have a second white flag, even though this is just a completely empty assumption on my part. I'm just trying it, right, in this case. Alright, back to Helsing. Our town has seen some significant changes in the last episode, and that is of course our nice big palace here right in the center of it all. And this palace here serves a purpose now, of course, and that is boosting my whole island basically with more workforce per town hall, with a 20% chance of increased receiving from the public mooring here, right? So that is within range here. Also with 10% productivity for buildings within a range of a trade union. This is actually quite severe, so that means I can actually build those trade unions now. I don't even need to equip an item with it, right? I just get a flat 10% bonus out of it. There it is. Department of Labor coming in there. 10% more productive. That's because of the palace, right? So this is why we should really have those trade unions in those areas, boosting basically now everything. We also get the administrator influence bonus out of that, which is, as far as I know, giving me another reduction. There it is. Maintenance cost reduction of 3%. Yeah, actually it was 3,000 additional money coming in there now that we can use as well. There's by the way also the trade union up here. Let's just build it. That's boosting my pig farms without really having anything. It does really just cost me influence, and influence is something we have so much that I don't really care about it. Now, another thing is, some of you have been pointing this out, I probably should start another fortified harbor area because at this point it makes a bit of sense. You may be right about that because we're using the sand mines here and we're really not having that much fish anymore. The thing still stands that those defenses here are only worth it if you have that many. So I would need to build a lot of these defenses on the harbor area, right? Otherwise they could just get in and stomp them anyway, right? It's so many ships of the AI opponent at this point that I don't think two defenses actually work out. You need to have one very strong one, and it's just super expensive, right? It's very expensive to have the upkeep, to build them, and also to maintain them. And also I want to of course save money for takeovers, so building that much for fisheries, I don't know. Seriously, I really don't know. I don't think it's worth it, right? I still don't think so, because what I care about that harbor area protected with 6 fisheries in that, or let's say 3 fisheries, because that's all I need. And I need that amount of defense for 3 fisheries. Doesn't make sense to me, right? And we have the space here for everything. We accommodate the docklands, we accommodate the public mooring, and we accommodate the oil harbor. There's really nothing else I need harbor space for. At this point, at least. So that's what I'm doing. Now, what I'm also doing is trying, of course, to sell a few things. We have, by the way, Tobias coming in again. So I'm using now here my jewelry also for the wool, which is capped, very good. And we should also have then already pearl in, very nice. Lots of it too, so it's piling up actually. And as far as I can also see, we just had a trade, right? We just had one like 3 minutes ago. We're not at 0 with any of my goods. So this is also something. We have a nice surplus production for every good that we export and every good that we import. Also, some of you have been suggesting I should go with a minimum storage for these, so it doesn't go below that. That's technically right, I could do this, but on the other side, even if it drops to 0, it would only be for a second, and I don't care. I'm not selling these goods. We have a huge surplus production on all of them, so even if it reaches 0 for a second, there's no damage in that, right? So, of course, yeah, a minimum storage makes sense. I could just implement it right over here and set a minimum stock for Windows, for example, 200 and be done with it. Of course, I can do this. Doesn't make a difference at all for the greater thing here. All right, also, we can build the Queen's Clock Tower, and I think we do it, honestly. My next landmark building, there it is. It gives me 75 attractiveness. That's actually something. We are a pleasant metropolis, and we are really not that far away anymore from the next level up already. And it's just beautiful. It's a nice modded building, the Queen's Clock Tower, that you can get, and just gets, yeah, adds a bit of flavor. And to me, it always fits close to a river. It always just needs to be close to one of these rivers here. Now, that was also the thing with the Harbor Master Office that we need to implement, right? It's not something that we should implement, but we need to implement this. And that is a Harbor Master Office that essentially boosts the defenses of one area here. So we are going to move just one of these. Let's just see. Let's have them over there. And actually, you know what? Let's actually make some 2 more there. And then have the Harbor Master in the center of it all. So somewhere over here. Actually also group them together there, and then I'm just going to group them together here, and then I'm going to group them all together here, because yeah, the spread fire really doesn't matter anymore. That's nice. Let's try and get this one. Are we at war with the Admiral by any chance? No, we're not. Nah, we're not. Alright. Because he was kind of like hiding from my towers now. There was no reason for this. Some 10 gold. Alright, I'll take it. There we have it, right? And we do have a few items now, and that is the dockyard tool system. And wow, there's really actually a system for keeping the dockyard running smooth now. And that's the one. And this one actually enables self-repair of these towers even during combat, right? That is just massive. It's also boosting the self-repair by 100%. So not only can they heal themselves now while under attack, they're also getting a 100% a doubling healing rate. The other one is the Oxydophone, right? Sure, to get your troops' pulses racing, and with that activated, we can actually get a morale boost of 30%. This might tickle a few more seconds that we can survive if a major onslaught is imminent or actually coming in. There's my artifacts. I'm going to take lots of my penny farthings here. Oh, not that many, but a lot. And probably also 100 tons of advanced weapons, and sell this one off to Archie. And at Archie's, we are probably going to purchase a few more items then, because also I would like to have this Harbor Master Office then on this side here too. It's 20 influence always, but we have plenty of influence. And by the way, we should also clean this up a bit, because in the beginning, spread fire is actually a major damage to your turrets, right? When there's lots of wooden ships. But as we progress to steamships, so Miss Hunt has lots of battlecruisers now, they're way more precise, right? So these do not spread fire anymore. So these do not spread. And that means that I can clock them together a bit more, especially with those flamethrowers. The wooden ships have no chance anymore of actually doing any meaningful damage anyway. It's all about precision damage at this point. Move them all a bit closer together there actually, so this looks a bit more organized. The same goes with this area. And by the way, I might also go for... we just sold a few advanced weapons. I would still probably go with a few more anti-armor guns then, that we can also have. Their range is pretty nice. It's not as nice as a big birder, but it's still a pretty nice one for doing massive damage there. Alright, this is going to be nice, by the way. That's a lot of money coming in here, right? 1.2 million. The major difference, of course, is the advanced weapons. Look at that. It's 10,000 credits for 1 ton of advanced weapons, and it's only 700 credits for 400 tons of penny farthings. This is super huge, right? So advanced weapon selling is actually the way to go if you want to make some real chews out there. And with that, well, let's have a look at once more at these items here. I'm actually also particularly looking for the improvement of attractiveness for my furnaces. This would be also nice. Self-repair, yeah, we already have something like that, just much better. I don't care about ship defense items really, because we are not going to build up a big fleet in this game here. That's basically none of my targets, right? And yeah, let me just check here a few items and then return back. I'm also just going to add a few more decorations to the city in the meantime while we're waiting for more goods to come in. Wait a second, this is actually looking like real crap from above. Probably not keep it like that. Probably cut it off a bit further. And also I noticed there's still something I haven't built, right? Yeah, one more that we haven't done, and with that the palace is now though completely finished right over here. And we did lose some attractiveness though, so there must be ruins again somewhere, a fire or something like that. There we have them, some destruction. Very close we are. And yeah, I would also like to use this now to build me that museum. So we actually wanted to build it here, right? That would be a nice touch to the city itself. So a nice entrance that we have somewhere over there right away, and then together with some of those exhibitions that we have just along the major road, 3 on both sides should do the trick. I would like to move a few things around here. That's looking fine, that's looking fine. Then we can move that fire station probably. We don't need those roads here, by the way, right? Nope, we don't. We can move the fire station over for that. That's fine, because now we have a bit of space here that I would like to use to extend this road all the way over here. This rail line, right? And sorry, pal, for that one train that was there still. And yeah, we have no mods, so I need to build them close together. So this should be fine, right? And with that, oh wait a second, we actually have we actually have some stuff that we can do here, right? Some pavement. It's really going to be a tiny museum. We don't have that much space for it. Do I have a music pavilion? Possible. Yes, this would be possible. Some over here, or somewhere at the end of this. We could have it. It's adding a bit of attractiveness there at least. A bit further perhaps. Some over here. Perfect. And I would like to do the same thing on the other side then as well. Just so that we keep it a bit symmetrical. I mean, oh, you can only build one without the mods, alright. The problem is, this is like a running meme by the developers. You can't place those decorations in the center of anything, right? So that's unfortunately the problem. It would just drive me nuts that we have this one here or here, right? But never in the center. So in this case, yeah, let's just keep it over there. Who says anything about symmetry? And then we basically have then, yeah, something nice in the middle here. Like this totally useless garden actually can be placed in the center. So that would be something. Let's have then a few more exhibitions over here. And probably another one. Another one here. Or nothing anymore. And we just have a nice big leisure area here. What we definitely will need though is a nice fence around it. So not that the kids are running off onto the railway. That would be dangerous. Right. A nice decorative fence. And of course also a nice buffer zone here of temperate groves around the tracks. Just here along the border to the museum. Let's actually build this. This should push us. Appealing metropolis it is. And with that we also get a new palace level there out of it. Perfect. It's just about that music pavilion. We might actually just screw it, honestly. Let's just get rid of that. I don't know why I would like to have it there anyway, right? We can build the museum that gets its own road over here then. There you go. And then we can actually also build all of these roads here. And yeah, we could start with those exhibitions then as well. There we can put something in, like the art of medicine. The Tarabouche. Oh, he likes it. He likes a lot of things that I'm doing. We have 2 of those rings. That would also be something. And I guess in the middle here we're going to have a nice fountain area, plaza or something like that. By the way, my ship in the meantime has arrived. I need to check, did we lose a share here or there? No, we did not. And we're at 8 million. That's great stuff. So look at Eli, because Archie really didn't give me a lot of stuff. And there is a cab assembly line. I like him. Daria, the mechanical engineer, was actually recommended to me. Thank you very much. I know about this very good item. But of course, Ela has only the best items in stock. So right now, we have now Mr. Garrick, the founder of the Entrepreneur Gentlemen's Club, affects the engineers and investors by bonus income and also gives me bonus supplies with pocket watches and jewelry. So the demand for this is basically going down significantly. Also affects the gramophone factory here, Johan the inventor, 40% more out of a gramophone factory. So we will only ever need one. And also it processes timber, so we can get rid of the wood veneer factory. And we have the metal winning producer here that affects my vineyards, and with 40% productivity boost, and they produce champagne extra, which is just very powerful, honestly. So we can actually make champagne an even better export good down the road. By the way, let's build that trading here too, right, to give them the 10% boost here on top of that, the vineyards, thanks to my palace. And we can also already start moving a few things around for those town halls, right? To get as many investors and engineers in as possible. So there's also another one over here. For this, however, of course, we should also continue with upgrading a few more of those artisans to the next level. So that I get really a lot of that out. These guys here need what exactly? University is in. Everything else would be in as well. I mean, these goods are all in. Let's actually upgrade the roads. We have plenty of bricks. Might be that one of the service buildings is not completely covering it. Would like to have these guys here upgraded. So this is looking way proper. And then we have the town hall number 1, right? Let's also have a rope behind it to squeeze it in. And unfortunately, no mods for this, right? So we only have one asset. And then the second one over here. And before we use the items already, what we could do is, yeah, activating that boost here for the pallets. 30% reduced needs for all foods. For chocolate, canned food, bread, sausage, fish. Basically for any kind of, yeah, building that lives close to this. Also, we get 10 influence per museum module. This is actually something that's completely useless. It gives me, of course, influence. But in that case, not that I really needed it. We need a bit more attractiveness though, if we want to unlock more of those policies. Right, and I would like to have then another, another town hall here. We can easily squeeze one in this area. So let's actually just get rid of this worker there. Move the engineer over, get rid of this tree. That should already be more than enough. It's not. Absolutely not. Let's move this one around. Get rid of this road here. Let's move this. No, I actually need to get rid of them. I mean, we have the space for it anyway. But I really would like to have a town hall here somewhere. So there it is. And let's just have the road here. And then probably an entrance here, and then a bit of a park area. Screw the park area. Make this a bit more denser. We're just going to move the entrance then to the side here, right? And then you actually have a town hall there as well. For this whole area, so they're all being also now affected by the reduced needs and stuff like that. Another influence bonus, thank you very much, a head manager. And then we can still add one more over here somewhere. And yeah, since we don't need a pub in this area anymore, I just might get rid of something here, like the fire stations. The fires have gotten significantly less, if you've noticed, right? So it's not really happening that often anymore. We can just easily move these things around, get that pub over there together with the marketplace, because this is more the primary area now for this. And then we have a whole bunch of new space here available. Hopefully we can use it. Nah, it's the overlapping again. I hate overlapping. Let's have it actually then in the center. It's also not working. Then I need to move then I'm going to move both of them. And I'm going to take these guys here. And we're actually going to move them over to the church. This is just Princess Ching, right? Yes. It's just the princess trying to make herself known. By the way, I think she purchased back a share. This is already quite a lot of hostility there. That's going to squeeze us in those guys here. And this actually gives me a lot of space in that area now. That we can and should be using then for this last slot, really, of buildings. Very good. And we can actually still squeeze in. Let's make another 2 here behind the town hall. Nah. Like this. Once again, let's move the entrance actually to the other side. Just makes more sense. Actually build this one too. I don't think we get another bonus out of that for now, but yeah, that's that. just so that we maximize those boosts. And we still have some more artifacts. Very good. Yeah, it's those attacks here though that killed me a bit, right? Attractiveness wise, but it's fine. Eli might also have something for us again. I was able to snatch me a Ferris, so that's another 50% flat productivity. Unfortunately, then the reroll cost gets once again too high. I would, by the way, to make some dime, also activate my second heavy weapon factory. Oh, mishunt, you slime creature. Slimy creature. Vilest of all, lowest of all. And in this case here, that's dynamite. The steel is easy. The dynamite is not so easy. Oh, wait a second. Do we have a dynamite surplus? We might actually have one. Yes, we have 1 ton. I can build me that heavy weapon factory here. No props. And actually, we have 2 of them now working for us. Also slightly boosted. Is the dynamite factory boosted? No, it's not. This is a no-go. It needs to be boosted. This furnace here we don't need. So let's move the... And this warehouse is also not needed. So let's move the dynamite factory over. What? Now we have it. Perfect. Alright. And now it's also getting boosted a bit to compensate for the 10% increased consumption that the heavy weapon factory has. And with that, doubling the output for advanced weapons for an even more prosperous future. I'm not going to use them as export. I'm going to sell them to make money. Yeah. 7 million we have. I don't feel like it's enough. We're still on the export limit. I think there's also not that much more we can do, except I'm taking a lower volume thing. But even then, we don't really need that many things anymore, right? I would actually like to continue upgrading so many of my people there, from farmers to workers, so that we also further upgrade them to artisans to further reduce the need for fish and schnapps and work cloth, right? This would be the primary reason here to do this right now. And we really still can upgrade a lot. I mean, come on, we still have 400. I would also like to upgrade all of these guys here. And then probably in this whole district here, another full row. There you go. Coming down to 100. Yeah, they're constantly under attack, right? I'm still not going to build that defense here because we're not going to need that many fisheries anymore in the future. We have lots of workers now, so we can go ahead and upgrade just a whole bunch more, especially around the Palestine here. That is important to get all of this on track. And yeah, then I'm just waiting for a few more goods and we continue onwards then with our survival series here in the next episode. Stay tuned.